Are you considering creating a digital product to add passive income for yourself? As someone who's built a multi-six-figure business built primarily on digital products, I am super excited to share with you in this video my exact first 5 steps and what they would be if I was starting over from scratch when it came to digital products. And real quick, before we jump into those steps, I do want to mention here that we do run something called the Passive Income MiniMind. It's an online MiniMind that is created to help you create or refine your digital products in your business. And we're actually, as of today, if you're watching this the day that this video comes out, we just launched another round of the MiniMind that's going to begin in January of 2024. So if you're at all interested, there's going to be a fast action bonus that lasts through this Friday. But if the spots are still available after that, you can always still join then too. So be sure to check out that link down below in the description to see if the spots are still available, and if there's not, or if we're not currently accepting new students, there will also be a waitlist available for you there. And spots always open up to the waitlist first, so it really helps if you actually join the waitlist because you can get access to the spots first. Okay, now let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so step number 1 is to decide on a niche or leverage the current audience that you already have. And so if you're someone who has an existing business and you're thinking about adding digital products in, my first piece of advice would be to leverage the people who are already following you. Are there other people in your industry following you and they love following you for a certain topic, for something that you're really good at? When it comes to maybe your current customers, is there something with what you're serving and the way that you're serving them and what your niche is that you could package up into a digital product, whether that's an online course, downloadable template, a swipe file? There are literally so many options when it comes to digital products. So that would be my first recommendation, is think about what are the people that are already in your world and who follow you and who trust you that you can create a digital product for. And it doesn't mean they have to stay there forever. You can always pivot as your business grows, as you expand, as you do new things, but it's really going to be beneficial to you to leverage the people that are already interested in what you have to offer, especially when it comes to the topic of your digital product, whatever it is that you're going to be selling. So for me, back when I started with digital products, I started out creating a photography preset, and really the main reason I did that is because I got so many questions in my DMs all the time about my presets and the way that I edited, because I came up with my way of editing myself. I created my preset myself, so it was different from what was out there. So I packaged it up and sold it as a digital product, ended up making around $10,000 my first year selling that, having no idea what I was doing. So it was super profitable for me to not only serve the people who are already my audience, which was other photographers, but going a step further, they were asking me for my presets. And I knew that long term, I didn't want to be an educator on editing or presets, right? But it was a really great first start to giving my audience what they wanted from me, to start to build that trust with them, and then to ultimately pivot into other things. And for me, that was the business side of photography, and then pivoting into what I'm doing now with teaching on content creation and social media is really where my sweet spot is. And so once you decide on that niche or what that thing is going to be, your content moving forward is now going to all be focused around that. And I shouldn't say all. If you have an existing business, obviously still market to your existing customers, but you're going to want to be incorporating content and content marketing as it relates to whatever the digital product is. You can be promoting your digital product. So whether that's on Instagram stories, your Instagram feed, YouTube videos, Pinterest, blogging, all those different things, be sure you're incorporating things that are going to point to your digital products. And that moves me into step number 2, which is to start an email list. So I honestly, when I think about my journey in digital products and what's been the most impactful, creating an email list has by far been the most impactful thing I've done for my sales and my revenue. It's where most of our revenue comes from, especially with digital products. And yes, social media is incredible. It's an incredible complement to what an email list can do for your business. But social media is made to bring in new people, to nurture them, right? To nurture your existing audience as well. And then email is where you're really going to sell. It was literally created with selling in mind. And that is where it's just really where it thrives, is actually leading people to the sale. And I actually, before I would create any social media platforms, I would start with creating an email list and also creating a freebie, which we're going to talk about more in a little bit, but create a freebie that goes along with your email list to start gaining subscribers. So basically offering something for free that's valuable in exchange for their email address. Ideally something that's along the lines of the digital product that you want to sell or that you are planning on selling. And then that kind of leads me now into step 3, is to actually create the low ticket digital product. And I say low ticket here for a reason. I really believe that if you're just starting with digital products, low ticket is really an awesome way to go for a few different reasons. First of all, It's easy entry, easy to create. It's really low effort on your part. It can have some really big results, right? In terms of how you can sell it to your audience. It's easier to sell them because it is a lower price point, and it gives them that faster win sometimes, like with a template or a guide or a playbook or something like that, instead of, them having to take hours to go through like an online course or a very large digital product. So I really encourage it for that reason. It does require, if you are only going to build a business on lower ticket digital products, it is going to require a higher stream of traffic in order to make that sustainable, and also building out multiple low ticket digital products that you can upsell them into other things. And so I personally don't believe, there are people who share like they only sell low ticket digital products and that it's possible. Yes, it's possible. But if you look at those people, most of them have like 10 to 20 low ticket digital products that they are upselling on the back end. So they're taking someone who initially buys a $27 product and making it a $400 or $500 sale. So basically just thinking like long term as well, like what are some of the other offers you do want to create? If you do want to create something like an online course, or maybe you have some higher ticket digital products you want to create, like a mini course, a master class, think about that too, and how your products can lead into other things and it would naturally upsell into other things. And also just considering like it from a sustainability standpoint and a scalability standpoint, you're gonna be able to scale and be more sustainable as a business with digital products if you have more products in your offer suite, but also at different price points. So you have like that low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket that people can move through, right? And basically, if people buy your low ticket and they want to pay you more, you're essentially able to give them that opportunity to pay you more and also drive more revenue in your business. And I just want to mention again here, if you're at all interested in the passive income MiniMind, the link is down below. It's stephaniecase.com/MiniMind. If you're watching this later on, you can always join the waitlist. Again, when we run round, spots only open up to the waitlist first. But at the time of this video, like when it released on November 7th, this is the very first day that we were launching the MiniMind publicly to everybody. So if the spots didn't go during the waitlist period, then you're able to join and snag one of those spots right now. It's all about creating or refining a digital product for your business. Specifically, if you're an established business owner, you don't have to have been in business for a long time, but if you've been in business probably for at least a year and digital products is something that you're interested in adding into your business, this is a really, really great way to get really that hands-on support as you do that from myself and also the other MiniMind members. And it comes with hot seat calls where you get to bring questions to the table. There is a group chat that happens and I am active in there a few business days every single week. So you're really getting like support even in between those calls as you are working on different things. And we go over things like how to create a digital product, a launch plan, email marketing strategies, social media strategies as it relates to digital products. And there aren't set lessons included with the MiniMind, but the awesome thing is like when you join, you basically get to say, hey, like I want to know about email funnels, like give me the down low on this, or I want to know about where to host my digital product, like tell me what I should do. And it's really like you bring your questions to the table that you really want answered, and then also getting feedback as you are doing things. Step number 4 is to create a freebie and to set up a Tripwire for your digital product with that freebie. Okay, so what do I even mean by this? So when you think about your digital product, for example, when I had my Lightnary presets, those were my photography presets that I was selling, I created a freebie that was called How to Have Lightnary Photos, like a downloadable guide that was a freebie. And what I want you to do is basically have a freebie like that again, it relates to presets, but it's not giving away the preset for free. Does that make sense? So it like relates in the sense of how to edit Lightnary photos. So someone who's downloading that freebie is ideally going to be interested in presets. And so the idea is when someone downloads that freebie, you're actually immediately pitching them into your digital product, and ideally with urgency, like giving them a discount. And so how else this looks like for me is we have a freebie called 10 free Reels ideas and we actually retired our 100 plus Reels ideas product, but when we had it and someone downloaded that 10 free Reels ideas, they were able to immediately get pitched our 100 plus Reels ideas at a discount, right? And so that's what I want you to set up. When someone opts into your freebie, that they're immediately getting pitched your digital product on sale. And then your goal after that is essentially to start promoting the freebie everywhere. And that is step number 5, is basically taking that freebie where you have that Tripwire set up and you are sharing that freebie literally everywhere on Instagram stories, on Instagram Reels, in your content, to your email list even, your existing email list, like just sharing about it everywhere so that anyone who opts in, and like driving as much traffic as you can to that opt-in so that anyone who opts in is getting access and the opportunity to purchase your digital product at a discount. And so that really becomes your goal, is to have that Tripwire set up, be driving traffic there, and then as that starts to build traffic for you and even build revenue for you, you're able to work on other offers on the back end, whether it's other low ticket digital products or mid to high ticket offers for your business that comes from that. My personal recommendation is to start with Instagram when it comes to promoting your freebie. And specifically on Instagram, there's two things I would really lean into. Number one, Instagram stories, right? So sharing that link on Instagram stories, and I want you to be sharing about it like minimum 3 to 4 times a week. Like, get creative with the ways that you can share about it. And then another way that has been transformational for us when it comes to our freebie and lead gen from Instagram is using something called ManyChat with our reels. So with some of the reels that we post, I'm sure you've seen this on Instagram, we can say like, comment this word below and we'll send you a link to, this freebie. And it's doing that automatically for us. It is Instagram, what's the word? Verified? I don't know if verified is the right word, but basically Instagram has said themselves like it is a verified app on their platform. It's not going to hurt your account at all. And it really helps to automate a little bit of that, especially if you get like 100 comments asking for your freebie, which we have before on reels that have not gone viral. Like, we've gotten hundreds of comments asking for a freebie that we mentioned inside the reel. And I really recommend, where we see the most impact is when we use it as a call to action on the reel itself, like with a text box on the reel. So it's like very obvious they should comment for that. So we actually have a free download that is a template for ManyChat for like installing this on your ManyChat account. So we'll have a link to that in the description as well if you're interested in checking that out and downloading that. And I also wanted to mention here, when it came to like just how impactful a freebie Tripwire can be, that I forgot to mention earlier, is when I created my first freebie Tripwires, the ones I did was like that example, the 10 free Reels ideas going to 100 plus Reels ideas, and then I had like 3 free Reels cover photo templates that went into my paid cover photo templates. And that gave me the opportunity and revenue. Like, I set that up and already had traction, mostly from YouTube, from my YouTube videos, going to those freebies already, like having a lot of opt-ins. And when I set up those Tripwires, the first couple of months in those Tripwires being set up, I made about $4,000 from those 2 Tripwires. Like, that is kind of crazy, especially for me when I was starting my digital product journey. I was like, wow, this is insane. And it really gave me the flexibility and the opportunity as well to pull back on other things and not feel like I had to take on client work or other things like that, and focus on building out my online course on Instagram Reels and ultimately launch that too. And it's just really cool how, like, setting up those Tripwires, again, if you already have freebies, maybe create a digital product that already relates to the freebies you already have. That's how I kind of did it, instead of the way that I shared about it in here. And I do recommend, like, have the digital product be something that your people actually want, and then obviously the corresponding freebie be something people actually want. But just something to think about if you already have traffic to a freebie that can be really impactful, is creating a low ticket digital product that relates to that freebie first. So I hope this was helpful. Again, final reminder for the passive income MiniMind, the spots opened up today. I don't know how long they're going to last. And if there are still some available, there's a link in the description, stephaniecase.com/MiniMind. If you go there, you can get all the details and see if there are still spots available to join. And I would also love to invite you to follow me on Instagram at @StephanieCaseEducation. We post on there literally daily. I'm the one personally managing the stories and the DMs there. So if you ever have any questions, about what we talked about in this video, comment it down below this video. Any questions about the MiniMind, you can either comment below this video. You're welcome to DM me on Instagram as well. And I will see you guys on next week's video on Tuesday. Bye guys.